Welcome back, campers. This is Miss Jackson, and we are back with another math video. Today we are going to continue with fractions, but today we're going to focus only on number lines, understanding fractions on a number line. So let's get started. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate about 6 different number lines. And we're going to practice understanding what is the number line being split into, okay? What fraction is being represented on this number line. So if I had 0, your number lines generally always start with 0 and ends in 1. And sometime I'm gonna show you what it looks like outside of 1 as well. So say if I had a number line that looks like this, okay? And you had to figure out how is this number line being, how many pieces is this number line being divided into? What fraction is this number line representing? First, you have to figure out how many hops. 1, from 0 to 1 whole. How many hops from 0 to 1 whole? So that's 1, 2, 3. So from 0 to 1 whole, you hopped 3 times. That means this fraction is in thirds. If it's in thirds, your denominator is at, your 3 is in your denominator, which is at the bottom, okay? Now let's say in this number line, you saw 1 shaded, 2 pieces shaded. So this would be represented as 2 thirds. All right, so let's move on. Next number line. Zero. Sometimes there's a tick mark, sometimes there's a dot. 1 whole. Okay. Okay, so in this fraction, we want to figure out what is this fraction split into. What is my denominator? So we're going to hop 1, 2. Remember, from 0 to 1, however many hops you hop, that's the fraction, that's the whole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this fraction is in 6. That means 6 is my denominator, okay? Now let's say out of my 6, you had those 2 pieces shaded, 1, 2. So that means this fraction is being represented as 2 over 6. All right, so now I'm gonna take it up a notch. May not do exactly. Okay, now we have 0, 1, and 2. So we have a whole and we have 2 wholes. And I'm gonna split it like this. Now the same thing applies. It doesn't matter if you have 1, 2, and 3 on your number line. You want to find out how many hops am I hopping from 0 to 1. And if you didn't have a 0 on your number line, how many hops are you hopping from one whole number to the next whole number would be the concept there. So let's find out how many times are we moving. 1, 2, 3. So this fraction, this number line, I'm sorry, is also in thirds, which 3 would be my numerator. My denominator, I'm sorry. 3 is your denominator. So now let's say out of this fraction, this on this number line, 1, 2, you have a number line that looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, 4 thirds. So when you have a fraction that looks like that, that is called an improper fraction. Okay, I also call them fatheads. Why? Because my numerator is bigger than my denominator. When your numerator is bigger than your denominator, that is called an improper fraction or a fathead. Now, this can be written two ways: as an improper fraction or as a mixed number. I know you like, well, what is a mixed number? Some of you may already know. Look at our number line. We had 1, 2, 3, and we had a whole. So this was 1, and we already know our number line is in thirds. So what is being represented here? 1/3. What is represented here? 2/3. So our shaded part of our number line is 1 and 1/3. And that would be written like this: 1 and 1/3. And this is called a mixed number. Okay, a mixed number has a whole number and a fraction. So it has a whole number and a fraction. That's why they call it a mixed number. So an improper fraction is when our numerator is bigger than our denominator. Our mixed number is when we have a whole number mixed with a fraction. Okay, and both of these are equivalent fractions. 4/3 is equivalent to 1 and 1/3. It's another way of writing it. All right, and our last number line example. We have 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's say our number line looks like this. So let's first figure out how many pieces is this number line being divided into by hopping from one whole number to the next. Now I want to show you, you don't have to always start at 0. Let's say I wanted to start at 2. Okay, it's the same. This number line is equally split. So from 2 to 3, how many hops? 1, 2. So we don't say that this is in tubes. That's not a fraction. That's not even a word. Okay, we say that this fraction or number line is in halves. And that is the plural of the word half. Okay, singular, plural. So this number line is split into halves. Now let's say if it was shaded like so. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's go back to our halves. Remember, our halves is 2 as our denominator. The equal sign there. And out of the 2, my halves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts were shaded on this number line. So that's 5 halves. If you remember, when our numerator is bigger than our denominator, that is an improper fraction. Okay, it's too big. How do you know it's too big? Because your numerator is bigger than your denominator. So when this happens, you can leave it like this, or we can write it as a mixed number. Remember, our mixed number includes a whole mixed with a fraction. So let's see, what whole did this stop at? 1, 2, and 1/2. So this will be a half here. This is 1 whole, 1 and a half. This is 2 wholes, 2 and a half. So this written, 5 halves, written as a mixed number would be 2 and 1/2. Okay, so today we focused on understanding fractions on a number line, and also I introduced you all to writing them as improper and mixed numbers. All right, so hopefully you all did a great job with practicing that. And don't forget, make sure you are always writing this down in your journals. I will see you tomorrow, and don't forget, believe in yourself. Be safe.